Bvlgari Man Wood Essence has a flanker and it's called Wood Neroli that just hit shelves.
Where the fuck's my wallet? Fucking hell.
Word to your mother, my name's Steve, this channel is FRAG30 and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, you know I do. I say it every time because I mean it. Now today I'm going to be doing something slightly different. I'm going to do a first impressions and a full review. So normally I do these as separate kind of things. But yeah, today I'm going to do my first impressions. I'm going to film that now and I'm going to come back in a couple of days and then do a full review and kind of tag it on the end, and hopefully the video is not going to be too long. So yeah, this is kind of a bit different for me, but hopefully you appreciate it so you haven't kind of got two different videos and it just gets the job done. You've got all you need to know. So I'm excited, let's do this. So anybody that watches the channel will know that I'm a big Bvlgari fan. I'm a fanboy. They're my favourite house. I love lots of their fragrances. I like the styling, I like the prices. I'm just a big Bvlgari fan, to be honest. There's a lot of fragrances in their collection that I love. And by far, it's the house that I own the most fragrances of. I think I own 7 or 8. I can't remember, I should have checked. But yeah, I was also a big fan. Earlier this year, I bought Bvlgari Man Wood Essence, which I really enjoy. It doesn't kind of get the love it deserves, in my opinion. It's kind of like a woody, sweet, signature scent worthy fragrance in my mind. It's kind of this, from the benzoin and the sweetness, it's got some mass appeal. And then from the woodiness, it's kind of got some nice manly kind of edge to it. So I really enjoy it. So when I saw Bvlgari had released a new fragrance from the Man line, Man Wood Neroli, I got a boner. I was so excited and I basically got online and ordered it. It's not released in the UK yet, but I've ordered it from Europe and I've shipped it here and it's here. So I'm going to do a first impressions and a full review. So this arrived today. This is Bvlgari Man Wood Neroli. Now this is a blind buy. I've never obviously smelt this before. I went balls deep because I ordered the 100ml, mainly because it basically almost took me over the free shipping. So when I factored in the shipping cost, it wasn't that much more money to get the 100ml. So I just did it. I was fairly confident I was going to like this because I love Neroli Portafino. I love Bvlgari's Man Wood Essence. My thinking is you put those two things together, you can't go wrong. So strangely, this arrived and within the packet, I also got a sample of Bvlgari Man Wood Neroli. Now either they've been really stupid or really clever. So I've not looked into it because I know some places they'll send you a sample so you can try the sample, and if you don't like it, you can then return the unopened box and get a refund or whatever. So I don't know if that's the kind of deal, but it's in Europe and it probably cost me more money to do than it's going to cost. But what I thought I'd do is I'd use the sample, I'd try that, and then for my first impressions, if that goes well, you're going to know because I'm then going to open the box. So yeah, if I love this enough, this is going to be opened in front of you, so that is the determiner, and then I'm going to come back and do a full review. So let's give this a go. So before I put my nose on this, the notes according to FRAG30 are: at the top there is Neroli and bergamot, in the mids there's cedar and there's orange blossom, in the base there's leather, ambergris, musk and amber. So let's see what notes I can find. I'm genuinely excited by this, and as I say, I'm going to spray this, and if I like it, I'm going to get straight in and open that box in front of you, just to kind of, as a declaration of my decision. I'm smelling it already. My declaration of the decision that I really like this fragrance. So let's do the wave. It's good. It's kind of as expected. There's definitely some bergamot in there, and obviously Neroli, big time. To me, the easiest way I could describe this is like a woody Neroli Portafino. That's how I would describe this. It's nice. The Neroli isn't as full on, as intense as Neroli Portafino, but it's certainly there and it's certainly prominent. It really gives this a nice freshness. I'm still getting the bergamot and I'm suspecting that's going to piss off at some point. But yeah, it's just a really nice fresh Neroli. I'm getting some of the bergamot and some woods. I can't necessarily detect any leather yet or anything like that. I suspect once it dries down, I'll get some of the, maybe some of the leather and ambergris. But that is pretty much what I was expected, basically like a woody Neroli Portafino. So you know what, I'm opening the box. So this is the first 100ml bottle I've bought in quite a while. I only really buy 50ml now because I've got such a big collection, but as I say, it's just made financial sense. This has got a twisty top as per usual, and let's amp it up. Oh, it's kind of, it's really good, guys. I'm really chuffed with this purchase. So to save this video being too long, I'm not going to hang around. I'm going to kind of cut this off now. I'm going to wear this for a couple of days. I'll come back, I'll let you know what the performance is like and what I think to it. But so far, I'm well chuffed. This is like a woody Neroli Portafino, which is just amazing. That's exactly what I wanted. And it is an absolute banger. It's really nice and fresh. I'm still getting some of that bergamot, and it's just a great summer fragrance. I'm well chuffed. So I will see you on the other side once I've worn this for a couple of days. Much love. Word to your mother, I'm back, and I can say I've thoroughly enjoyed wearing this fragrance for the last couple of days. It has been a delight, but before I kind of get into that and how the fragrance developed, which it did, I'm going to talk about the performance. Now, performance was kind of as expected, if I'm honest, for a summer freshie. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful either. I got about 4 to 5 hours of longevity on skin, which I admit is not great, and you're going to have to reapply, but it seems to be the going rate nowadays for sort of summer fresh fragrances. I did notice that it lasts longer on clothes though, so that's my top tip. I got about 4 to 5 hours on skin, and on clothes I got about 7 hours, so that's the way to make this last a lot longer. Projection wise, it was quite soft. I did notice after that first impressions video that the projection wasn't particularly beastly, so the next day when I gave it a full wearing, I did go quite heavy, so I went around the neck, on my shoulders, which is why I know it lasted longer on clothes, and also on the wrists. And as I say, it wasn't, you know, there's no fear of choking everybody out. You can go quite trigger happy on this. Neroli Portafino from Tom Ford, I have to be a bit cautious because that is really quite strong, and the projection is really kind of obvious, particularly in that first hour. So I have to be a bit cautious of that. With this, you can be quite trigger happy. The projection is quite soft. I got about half an arm's length for about 1 to 2 hours. Which also means it adds to that versatility because you're not going to choke anybody out. So I've worn this in the office, kind of casually, sort of all different situations, and it's always fitted, to be honest. It's not kind of been out of place. So yeah, it's a average performing, great summer fragrance. So with regard to scent profile, it did develop. In the earlier part of this video, I said that the opening was basically Man Wood Essence came together and had a love child with Neroli Portafino. It's kind of a very fresh. I didn't get any of the leather or the ambergris in the opening. I did on the dry down. Well, I say that I didn't get any leather, but I certainly got the ambergris. On the dry down, the Neroli started to die down quite a bit. It's still there, it's still noticeable. Same with the bergamot, but it did die down quite a lot, and the ambergris kind of came through. I never really got any leather, if I'm honest. But it became a very soft, clean, kind of versatile scent that's kind of got an uplift of freshness from the kind of Neroli and the bergamot, and some of the florals in the mid. So it's a very safe, versatile fragrance that's been really enjoyable to wear. Now, the fragrance that I think I can compare it to in type, so not in smell. I'm not saying it smells like this fragrance, but the style and type of it reminded me quite a lot of Versace Pour Homme, because the dry down of Versace Pour Homme is kind of soft, almost kind of powdery, but it's not. Kind of just clean scent that's kind of got some uplift from that freshness from that citrus. That is what this is like to me. On the dry down, the ambergris comes through and it becomes kind of a very soft, clean, versatile fragrance, and then it's lifted with some of those florals and the Neroli to give it just this lovely, easy to wear, kind of signature scent worthy fragrance that's kind of so versatile. As I said earlier, you can wear this in the office, in the gym, kind of socially. You could certainly wear it on a date as well in the summer, by all means, a sort of summer evening. So it is a great fragrance. If I'm honest, I think I prefer the opening slightly to the dry down. I just really enjoyed that Neroli and the bergamot, and with that sort of woodiness, that was really kind of just delightful opening. And I'd like the Neroli to be a bit stronger on the dry down, and it's not. But don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed wearing this fragrance, and I've really enjoyed the dry down. Now, just earlier part of the video, I did compare it to Neroli Portafino. So just to come back full circle and do that again, on the dry down, the Neroli is nowhere near as prominent as Neroli Portafino, and as I've touched upon, it's not got the same projection as that either. So this is quite a different fragrance. But if you like Neroli Portafino, I think you'll probably like this, and it's a great fragrance, if I'm honest. The only thing I would say is don't pay full retail price for this, because the retail price is getting quite close to Neroli Portafino, which in my opinion is a better scent and it has better performance. But not to knock this, this is a really good fragrance, so wait until those discounters get it, because they always do with Bvlgari fragrances. Let it come down a little bit and then grab yourself a rock solid summer fragrance which offers some great versatility, and you're not going to be able to go wrong with this, because it is a cracking scent in my opinion. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have making it, because it meant I got to wear this great fresh fragrance that I can highly recommend. If you have done, please hit that thumbs up button, because it really helps me grow the channel. And if you haven't done so, do please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. That's all to be said. I hope you've liked this kind of combination of first impressions and full review. Kind of gets the job done really in one sort of nice neat video. And I'm looking forward to doing another one like this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next one. Much love.